Hi, today I'm going to be showing you how to make squeezy wax. You will need some kind of oil. You can use any oil, rice bran oil, coconut or mineral oil. I use mineral oil just because it doesn't have a shelf life then. You'll also need fragrance oil, whatever you want to choose. Then you'll also need some HDPE bottles. These are 100ml. You'll also then need some lids. Then you will also need a thermometer, a spoon, got wax melting pot there, scales, and a pot for the double boiling method, and obviously wax as well. I use paraffin 4600 wax, so I'm just going to measure that out there. You can use whatever wax you want. A lot of people use soy wax, but I just personally prefer paraffin. Now the ratio I use for my squeezy wax is I use 16 grams of dried wax pellets, 10ml of fragrance oil and 72ml of mineral oil, so that's obviously a total of 100ml. That will give you a total of 100ml bottle, and obviously depending on how many bottles you use, just obviously multiply that, but that's the ratio I like to use just because I like that consistency, but you can play around with it and see what you want to do with it. So here I am melting the wax. I'll melt that up to about 85 degrees. So while that's melting, I am going to measure out my fragrance oil. So I'm making 6 bottles here, so I'm going to measure out 60ml of fragrance oil. So just measure that out. I'm just going to go back and check and see how my wax is doing, just give it a bit of a stir. Because I want my wax to be blue, I'm going to add in some blue wax dye chips. You don't have to do this, I just like the different colours. Alright, now I've come back to this now, it's starting to melt now, so just got to wait for the temperature to get up to 85 degrees. This is just so that the wax can cling on to the fragrance oil as it expands. So wait for it to get up to 85 before you add in the fragrance oil, otherwise you won't get as good a scent through. Right, it's coming up to it now, so as soon as it hits 85 I'm going to turn the heat off. And now I'm just going to pour in my fragrance oil and give that a really good stir for about 2 minutes. You see the temperature starts dropping quickly. I'm also adding in some mica powder there just to make a more blue, shinier effect. So now I'm just going to measure out my mineral oil. Obviously it's, like I said earlier, it's 72ml, 100ml bottles of mineral oil. It's quite a high oil concentration base. I've tried it with less amount of mineral oil, but it's just, it doesn't come out of the bottle very well. So this is the consistency I found that works really well. Obviously you can just play around with it, you don't have to do what I do. This is just kind of like a basic and how I like to do it. But I'm going to measure out my mineral oil and add that in a moment. So when I was doing this video and busy talking, I realised that I hadn't actually measured out enough mineral oil there. It should have been 432 mils because I was making six bottles. So ignore that measurement that you just seen on there. I had to add in another 100 mil or so. So yeah, it should have been 432 mils. So as you can see, it's cooled down quite rapidly, so everything's kind of bundling up together. So what you need to do is just reheat it a little bit just to combine everything together. Reheat it up to about 60. Don't really go any higher than that. It doesn't need to go any higher than that, and you don't want your fragrance oil to evaporate. So yeah, just keep stirring while it all incorporates and reheating back up again. You will have to excuse the kids in the background. It's joys of running a business while the kids are at home, so sorry about that. I will put the recipe for this at the end or in the comments. So obviously don't worry about jotting down measurements. I'll put it all in there for you at the end. So yeah, I got that to about 60 degrees Celsius. It's just starting to cool now. It's down to about 58, so it's okay to pour into the bottles. These are my bottles. There is one missing, excuse that. Yeah, I'll just grab another bottle in a minute, so bear with me. So just add on all the lids really tightly, and they're all finished. And this is the consistency it should be. and these are my finished products. So hope you like this video. Thank you.